Imagine this. You're sitting down after a long day, scrolling through your phone, and that sweet craving hits. Maybe it's a soda, a piece of cake, or just a few cookies. It feels harmless, right? After all, sugar gives us that quick burst of energy, that little rush of happiness. But here's the chilling truth. While you're enjoying that sweetness on your tongue, inside your body, something very different is happening. Your organs, the very systems keeping you alive, are working overtime, struggling, and slowly paying the price for every spoonful of excess sugar you eat. Most people think sugar just makes you gain weight. But what if I told you sugar is silently attacking your liver, heart, brain, kidneys, and even your skin? What if I told you the damage starts almost immediately, sometimes within minutes, even if you don't notice it? And the scariest part? The effects aren't always obvious at first. They creep in, hidden beneath everyday life, until one day, the problems are too big to ignore. Let's start with the liver, your body's detox center. Every time you drink a soda or eat something loaded with high fructose corn syrup, your liver has to process it. Unlike glucose, which every cell in your body can use, fructose is almost entirely metabolized by the liver. Think of it like your liver being the garbage disposal of sugar. It's forced to handle the load. But here's the catch. When there's too much, your liver turns it into fat. Over time, this buildup creates a condition called fatty liver disease, which is becoming shockingly common, even in children. And here's the kicker, it doesn't always come with warning signs. No pain, no visible symptoms, until the liver is already damaged. Now let's move to your pancreas, a small organ with a big job. Its role is to release insulin, the hormone that regulates your blood sugar levels. When you overload your body with sugar, your pancreas is constantly pumping out insulin, like a fireman battling endless flames. At first it can keep up, but over time your cells stop responding properly to insulin. This is what we call insulin resistance, the first step toward type 2 diabetes. And once that switch flips, your pancreas begins to fail, and the risks skyrocket: heart disease, nerve damage, even blindness, all because of that constant sugar surge. And what about your heart? You might not connect sugar with heart problems. You probably think of salt or cholesterol first. But study after study shows sugar is a major culprit. Excess sugar raises triglyceride levels in your blood, clogs your arteries, and increases blood pressure. The American Heart Association has even linked high sugar diets to a dramatically higher risk of dying from heart disease. Think about that. Sugar doesn't just rot your teeth, it can quite literally break your heart. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about your brain. Sugar creates a powerful cycle in your mind, almost like a drug. When you eat it, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. That's why sugar feels addictive. It lights up the same reward pathways as drugs like cocaine. But here's the dark side. Over time, your brain starts to demand more sugar to feel that same high. This not only feeds addiction, but also impairs your memory and learning ability. Some research even suggests that high sugar intake shrinks the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory. Imagine trading your sharp mind for a few moments of sweetness. Scary, isn't it? And don't forget your kidneys, the filters of your body. When your blood sugar levels stay high for too long, it damages the delicate blood vessels in the kidneys. This weakens their ability to filter waste properly, leading to kidney disease. In fact, diabetes caused by sugar overload is one of the leading causes of kidney failure worldwide. Even your skin isn't safe. Ever noticed how sugar cravings can lead to breakouts? That's no coincidence. Sugar causes inflammation and damages collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep your skin firm and youthful. The result? Premature wrinkles, sagging, and acne. It's like sugar is fast-forwarding the aging process. And here's the part nobody talks about. These effects don't wait until you're older. They're happening right now. Whether you're a teenager guzzling energy drinks or an adult indulging in nightly desserts. The more sugar you consume, the more stress you put on your organs, silently wearing them down year after year. So the next time you reach for that extra donut or sugary drink, think about this. It's not just a harmless treat. It's a chain reaction, a ripple effect through your entire body, your liver storing fat, your pancreas straining, your heart weakening, your brain craving more, your kidneys struggling, and your skin aging faster. That one choice, that one moment of sweetness, is rewriting the future of your health. And the worst part? The sugar industry knows this. For decades, it pushed ads, funded studies, and created products designed to keep you hooked. It wasn't about your health, it was about profit. But now more and more people are waking up asking, is this really worth it? Is that temporary taste worth a lifetime of damage? Because the truth is, you do have a choice, and understanding what's happening inside your body is the first step. Now that you understand how sugar wreaks havoc on each organ, let's go deeper into what actually happens step by step after you eat too much sugar. Picture this like a timeline inside your body because the damage doesn't wait for years to show up. It starts almost immediately. Within minutes of that sugary snack, your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas scrambles to release insulin, trying to shuttle all that glucose into your cells. At first, you feel great, energized, alert, maybe even euphoric. But this is what we call the sugar high. And like all highs, it comes with a crash. A couple of hours later, your blood sugar plummets, leaving you tired, irritable, and craving even more sugar. This roller coaster doesn't just affect your mood. It's a stress test on your entire system. Over weeks and months, this repeated cycle turns into something much more dangerous. Your liver becomes a fat factory, insulin resistance starts creeping in, and inflammation spreads throughout your body. Think of inflammation as a silent fire. It damages tissues, stiffens arteries, and even alters the way your genes express themselves. Yes, sugar can literally reprogram your DNA, setting you up for chronic disease. And here's something most people don't realize. Sugar is not just about the obvious culprits like candy and soda. It hides in almost everything. Bread, pasta sauce, salad dressings, even so-called healthy yogurts. That's why experts call it a toxic food environment. Without even realizing it, the average person consumes 3 times more sugar than the body can safely handle. And every teaspoon beyond your body's limit keeps fueling that internal damage. Let's talk about the gut, because this is a battleground sugar completely disrupts. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, some good, some harmful. They play a massive role in your immunity, mood, and digestion. Sugar feeds the bad bacteria and yeast, throwing off this delicate balance. That's why diets high in sugar are linked to bloating, irritable bowel syndrome, and even depression. And since 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, sugar is literally weakening your body's defense system, making you more vulnerable to infections and illness. Now, imagine your brain during all this. When sugar constantly floods your system, your dopamine receptors start to dull. This is the same process seen in drug addiction. You no longer get the same satisfaction from a small amount, so you need more and more. That's why quitting sugar feels so hard. It's not just willpower, it's biology. And the long-term consequence? Higher risks of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Some scientists even call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because of how strongly it's linked to insulin resistance in the brain. But here's where it gets even scarier. Sugar doesn't just harm you physically, it hijacks your choices. When you're hooked, you're more likely to skip healthier foods, ignore exercise, and fall into a vicious loop of poor habits. Over time, this lifestyle compounds the damage to your heart, liver, kidneys, and brain. It's not just sugar, it's the domino effect sugar sets in motion. So, what happens if you cut back? This is the hopeful part, the light at the end of the tunnel. Within just a few days of reducing sugar, your blood pressure improves, your energy levels stabilize, and your sleep quality skyrockets. Within a few weeks, your liver fat begins to decrease, your skin clears up, and your cravings weaken. And within months, you drastically lower your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and fatty liver. Think about that. The same body that sugar destroys is also incredibly capable of healing, if you give it the chance. But to do that, you need awareness. And awareness starts with simple questions. How much sugar is in that healthy drink? What's hidden in that snack bar? Do I really need dessert every night? These small, conscious decisions are what protect your organs in the long run. Here's a visual I want you to keep in your mind. Imagine pouring sugar directly on your liver, your heart, your brain. Would you ever do that? Of course not. But every time you overconsume, that's essentially what's happening. It's not dramatic, it's reality. And if you're thinking, well, I'll just exercise more to burn it off, here's the harsh truth. You can't out-exercise sugar. While working out has incredible benefits, it doesn't erase the insulin resistance, the liver fat, or the brain changes caused by sugar. Exercise is powerful, but it's not a free pass for poor diet choices. The good news? You don't need to eliminate sugar forever. The human body can handle small amounts just fine. The problem is the constant overload. If you can cut down even by 20 to 30%, your organs will already start thanking you. And here's the final piece of the puzzle: education. The sugar industry wants you in the dark. They've rebranded sugar under dozens of names: fructose, dextrose, maltose, syrup solids, so you don't realize how much you're eating. But now you know. And when you know, you can't unknow. So the next time you're tempted by that sugary soda or dessert, ask yourself, is this worth what it's doing to my organs? Is that 5 minutes of sweetness worth years of fatigue, disease, and regret? The choice is yours. And the best time to take control is right now, before it's too late.